And we are always honored when we have the opportunity to talk to Phyllis Schlafly. She is one of the conservative warriors out there and has been in the fight for many, many years. She's an attorney. She's an author, an editor of over 20 books. And by the way, if you're not getting her monthly newsletter, you're really missing out. And let me encourage you to check it out. It's called the Phyllis Schlafly Report. And get a hold of that and read it, because she is terrific and she'll keep you posted on a lot of the key issues. Phyllis, what a delight to have you. Merry Christmas, my friend.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, Perry. Always good to join you.
Yeah, wow. Well, listen, we're watching the Obama mess, the Obamacare mess, like anybody else, and HHS attempt to infringe upon our religious freedoms. And your article is very alarming. What are your initial thoughts, and even as a result of yesterday's hearings with Sebelius still trying to talk her way out of this thing?
Well, it's obvious that Obama lied to us about Obamacare. And it isn't any accident. It wasn't just a slip of the tongue. He said that lie 37 times, somebody did a count, and telling us that you can keep your insurance if you like it. And it's simply not true. And the press accepted what he said was his apology, but he did not apologize for lying to us. I read that statement very carefully, and he used the word sorry, but he was sorry that people misunderstood. It wasn't our fault. And so I think there are just now thousands of people who would like to keep the insurance they already had, and what they're being forced to buy now is more expensive and covers things they don't need, like sex change operations and pregnancy if you're over 50 and a man, and it's ridiculous.
Well, you know, we watched some of the testimony yesterday there in the hearings, and Secretary Sebelius there trying to talk her way out of it again. We're dangerously close of the Obama administration lying to Congress. Now, it's one thing to lie to the American people, but lying to Congress is criminal, isn't it?
Well, I think it is, but Obama has done so many things that are against the law, and nobody seems to be doing anything about it.
Yeah, that in itself is a national crisis.
You can see where he thinks he can get by with anything.
Yeah.
He just eliminates parts of the law he thinks he can do by regulation, what Congress will not do by legislation. And really, he's trying to rule like a dictator.
Well, he's imperialistic, to say the least. Yesterday, it was noted that Dr. James Dobson now is suing over the health care issue because of its infringement on religious freedom. And that lawsuit joins many others, faith-based organizations that feel that the Obamacare infringement is really needs to be stopped. Do you think these things will go anywhere?
Well, it's up before the Supreme Court now, and we filed a brief in the Hobby Lobby case. That's not a religious institution. That's a business run by a Christian who has his religious beliefs, and he doesn't want to provide abortion procedures to his employees. He thinks that's part of his free exercise of religion. And that's up before the Supreme Court now. One court held in Hobby Lobby's favor, but who knows what the Supreme Court will do.
Phyllis, you've been in this battle a long time. In fact, I remember years ago, Eagle Forum, and in fact, the first time I met you was clear back during when you were part of the bicentennial of the Constitution. And have you ever thought in your lifetime that you would see an administration that is as rogue and imperialistic as this one, to the point that we American citizens don't know what to do in order to push back? It doesn't seem like our representatives have the fortitude to do what is right.
Well, you said it very well. And no, I never thought we would have a situation like that. We thought some earlier presidents were going too far and that sort of thing. But Obama is simply disdainful of the other branches of government. He thinks he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And the parts of the law that he doesn't like, the Constitution clearly says that the prime duty of the president is to take care that the laws are faithfully executed. And people on the night shows, they're making fun of him, but he goes right ahead and does it, and Congress isn't doing anything about it.
Do you think Obama law, as messy as it is and as crazy as it is, will implode, or do you see more Democratic lawmakers defecting as they go into the 2014 election?
Well, there's a new poll out by Cook, whom I think has been a pretty reliable pollster, and he said he has never seen such a dramatic shift in public opinion as he has in the last few weeks over Obamacare, and people shifting from saying they would not vote Democratic but would vote Republican. And well, I'm really hoping that the elections next year will enable us to elect a whole new crowd in the Senate, which will stand up for the Constitution and American rights. And, you know, there's some people who are so depressed about it that they think we ought to call a convention of the states to adopt about a dozen new amendments. Well, we need to enforce the Constitution we already have. And I'm not sure these people who are getting together can do as good a job as the Founding Fathers did.
Yeah, I've heard the argument on both sides. It seems to me opening a constitutional convention could be dangerous.
Yeah, it's a can of worms.
Yeah.
Just look what the Democratic convention did last year at their big convention in Charlotte, and the people apparently wanted to put God in their platform, just the word God.
Yeah.
And the chairman took 3 votes, and we could all see on television that the motion to reject this failed, and yet the presiding officer banged his gavel and said it didn't pass and went on.
Yeah,
and nobody does anything about it.
Well, the imperialistic action it's stunning, absolutely stunning. I ache the fact that we're just allowing this to happen. Did you have a chance to read or respond to the budget deal yesterday?
Well, I'm very doubtful of anything that Paul Ryan does, and Paul Ryan and that female Democratic liberal senator.
Oh, Ann Murray. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure anything they could cook up would be helpful.
All right. So it appears that Obamacare. Well, let me ask you this, Phyllis. Do you think it's possible, if there was a turnover in Congress, that this could be repealed? Because what is so amazing to me, we can't even muster up the guts to ask for a refund from the company that's messed it up.
I think we have the strength to do it. You and I, Perry, and the grassroots. But the problem is that Boehner and the House leadership doesn't have it.
Yeah.
And Harry Reid seems to be able to get by with anything he wants. Mm. And if we had a big change in the Senate with a lot of good fighters, Perry, you got to be a fighter to be in politics. It's a battle. It's an ongoing battle all the time.
No question.
And if you haven't got a stomach for the battle, get out of politics.
There you go. Well, Phyllis, we love you and appreciate you.
And go on my website for any additional info. It's eagleforum.org.
That's what I wanted to say. Eagleforum.org and get the newsletter. We love you. Merry Christmas to you, and all the best to you and your family.
Merry Christmas, Perry.
God bless. All right, we'll be right back.